political vassals. He believes that, of course, he can treat us the same way he treats the 12 of them at Rienzi, Tim Gopisin, Wade Mark, Kamla, Hamza, and them. They are the vassals, my friends. They are his vassals, but we are not. We never will be. I say tonight that we must never hope to fill the potholes in this party by putting a veneer over it. Because this party has too many potholes. This party must change, and must change to reflect the realities of today. This party must become dynamic. I tell you tonight, ask yourself if the present party leadership is capable of changing this party. But tonight, I will deal with just two persons of the party leadership. I will deal with Basdev Pandey, and I will deal with Orlando Nagasa. I will leave the others for another night. I will leave out Suraj, because, you know, a month ago, I had a meeting in Kora, in Tunapuna. I made some revelations about Suraj and the sex fest for an office he had. And I told you then about, of course, a young lady who had to run out in tears. And Suraj said next day that he has put this in the hands of his lawyers. Tonight, I beg Suraj lawyers to open their hands, and to release whatever Suraj has put in them. I make a special plea to Suraj and the lawyers. I beg you, open your hands, lawyers, and take me to court for having said what I said at Kora and what I will say again tonight. I come to Basdev Pandey. My friends, Basdev Pandey has been a great man. Basdev Pandey has been a great man. Basdev Pandey has done a lot for this country and its people with limited resources. When he was Prime Minister, we can't take that away from him. My dear friends, there is no politician today, none alive today, that I know who could be as charming and at the same time as deceptive as Basdev Pandey. My dear friends, I know no other politician who can walk in here and light up this place by his sheer presence as Basdev Pandey. But having said that, Bas politics, like Bas, is no longer relevant today. And Bas politics will never get this party back into government. Never. The tragedy is that Bas knows that, and Bas is prepared to do nothing about it. The question then arises, why does Bas not make it possible for the UNC and all those other parties opposed to the PNM to come together and to work towards becoming the next government of this country? Why does not Bas work towards that? My dear friends, Mr. Pandey is tarnished for life. No one trusts him anymore. Under him, the UNC is becoming more and more a regional party, once again relying on only a few regions for its seats in parliament. At time, you know, there was a time when the UNC had seat on the corridor. There was a time when the UNC had over 4,000 people voted for it in Diego Martin West. Today, in Diego Martin West, not even 4 persons would vote for it. Well, you may get 2, Daphne Philip and her husband. Right? Not even 4 today. What is happening is that Patrick Manning, and with Pandey's help, is pushing the UNC further and further in the southwest corner of Trinidad. So the UNC only has a region of this country, Barrackpore, Naparima, and those areas. And central, they hope to lose shortly. So therefore, the UNC is becoming a regional party, and before we were a national party. Under Bas, the UNC membership is dwindling fast. Under Bas, the youths will not join the UNC. They won't join the UNC. And with luck, I tell you tonight, with luck, Bass may only have one more general election. At 77, you know, if he's lucky, he may only vote once again in a general election. But a young person of 25, a young person of 30 like Mayor Navas, all things being equal, they have 8 or 9 or 10 more elections to vote in. Why doesn't Bass, who only have one more election if he's lucky, make way for the young people to come in the party and vote? You know something? Even when Bass go in the Senate, he doesn't put young people. He put a fellow with beard. A fellow with beard, with a senator, whose claim to fame is that in 1995, when he fought the general election, he got a massive 54 votes. His party was called the NTM, National Transformation Movement. He fought the candidate for the PNM, Eric Williams. Eric Williams got 7,566 votes. The bearded senator, the one who writes political drivel every day on the net, the one who believes that he's Pande's mouthpiece, who is singing for his supper, who has no shame whatsoever, that guy of 54 votes wants to tell us and through Pande what to do. And he behaves as if he's some foundation member. As the saying goes, you know, no one is more zealous than a recent convert. And you see him, he was not in the party until a year ago. He joined the party only a year ago. But he behaved, of course, as if he was a foundation member. It reminds me of the guys who go to the US and spend 6 weeks and come back here talking Yankee. But they will go to Carrera and spend 6 years and come back and talking the same way. That is the man, the bearded one. My dear friends, today, Bass promises mean nothing to anybody. Bass promises neither in Korea village, which he and his wife adopted several years ago, and which today is the most neglected village in the country. Bass promised them a new dawn. He fooled them. Bass adopted a son when he was prime minister, adopted a son and promised him ham and jam, promised him the stars. The son died in an accident without having seen Bass once. That is the Bass Pande. You heard Ramachan tonight. And that Bass, Bass accuses me of never being in the country. An issue which he fought against me for in the party elections 2005. 2005, I was on Dukaran's slate. Bass had his own slate. Bass fought against me, and he told them that I shouldn't be elected in the party because I'd not been in the country. And yet for all, the party members went against Bass and voted for me as deputy political leader. You see, I got 6,000 votes, more than the 54 somebody else get. So I was voted for. So when I became deputy political leader, the party knew that I had to go away from time to time to represent the country. Even after that, Bass put me down as a candidate for Shogunas West. He knew then that I had to go away from time to time to represent this country. And when I go away, my constituency doesn't suffer at all. But I tell you tonight that I prefer to go away from time to time to represent the country and be a free man than to stay in this country and be on bail. I tell Bass, you know, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And believe me, you know, you ain't nothing yet. I ain't finished yet, Bass. Hold on. Hold on. I have been accused by Bass. Of receiving $30 million from one man for the party and not having accounted for the money. I say again tonight categorically that I have received no $30 million from any man for the UNC. I have never received any $30 million from any man or a woman for the UNC. But in any case, if any man had given me that money, I don't have to account to BAS for it. I have to account to the man.